Good afternoon. We're kicking off this Friday, the 13th, with a clip from The Evil Dead, the unlikely horror movie that really launched the career of actor Bruce Campbell. You might recognize him from Burn Notice or his return to the horror genre, Ash vs. the Evil Dead, on Starz Network. Today, Bruce is in studio because he's touring with his new book. It's called Hail to the Chin, Further Confessions of a B-Movie Actor. Welcome, Bruce.
Thank you. First of all, you're not a B-movie actor. You are a cult favorite.
B doesn't mean bad.
Okay,
it just means your budget is less, there's no Taco Bell tie-in, and you only have one movie star, not 8 of them, like the Fast and the Furious.
Well, you have a huge following, and your resume is ridiculous. You must work 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I gotta go. I can't really stay long.
That's what I figured.
Plus, time for a book. Okay, Chin Happens. Hail, what about the chin? What about Hail to the Chin?
I have nothing to do with that. It was early reviewers who were like the lantern-jawed Bruce Campbell, the square-jawed Bruce Campbell. They wouldn't shut up about it. And so I'm innocent of all charges. So I finally went, well, let's not fight City Hall.
Yeah, go with the chin.
I'll go with your chin
Brace
thing. 15 years from now will be the final confessions of a B-movie. It's like a trilogy. I'm like George Lucas. He's not the only one who can paint a big, sweeping, epic story.
You can do it as well. But should yours be a movie? Should your story be turned into a movie?
No, because then you got to figure out who would play me, and I wouldn't approve anybody.
Okay.
That's right. They'd have to have the chin, right?
Oh, whatever, yeah.
You know, we were talking about how you got started in this, and I said, were you a theater kid in high school? And you had an interesting, I don't know, way of getting into plays in high school.
Yeah, I auditioned the first year of high school for 2 different plays, did not get in either one.
And you thought you were good.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
I nailed it. And so I thought, what's happening here? Turns out the teacher who taught drama was the conduit. You had to, so see, a year or 2, I took his class. I got in everything.
Well, things haven't changed that much in Hollywood, I think we can say.
Yeah, that's a little scary,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you. But yeah, it was a good lesson in early politics, I guess you could say.
Absolutely. Hey, for people who aren't already a fan, they will be when you find out that you live in Southern Oregon, and you've lived there for like 20 years.
I do. Coming up next year will be 20 years in good old Southern Oregon. It's I like it because with Oregon, they don't know how to peg you. They really don't. If you say you're from certain states, I'm from Arizona. Oh, well, then you got a gun strapped to your hip, or you live in California, the land of fruits and nuts. You know, this is, you say you're from Oregon, they go, oh, that seems nice. They don't really know. They don't know who you are or what you are.
When I lived back east, it was like I was an alien. They'd go, I've never met anybody from back there.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Oh,
But now
yeah,
it's
or
all
they
the
go,
rage.
that sounds pretty. So I'm like, nah, it rains every day. You'd hate it.
But now, of course, they're coming here in droves. What do you like about Portland when you get to visit?
Portland is a city that doesn't mind that you're here. There's some cities that are like, why are you going here? Don't park here. Where are you going? Keep going. Here's a toll. What do you think about that? And they're basically in your face all the time. I like Portland because it's run by hipsters.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't really care what they do. Like the bartenders, they got the little thing around their arm, they got the little soul patch, and they're making little craft cocktails.
Yeah.
They're in it kind of as a lifestyle thing
Definitely.
here. It's all about
Embraced.
lifestyle, which is great. Because my feeling is it doesn't matter what you do. What's your life like? You know, in Hollywood, you ask a guy, how you doing? Oh, great, I just did a pilot. They tell you all their work experiences. I'm like, I didn't ask you what you were doing. I asked you how you are. Yeah. And here they would ask you, cool, this weekend I'm going to go with wakeboarding or whatever, you know.
I don't know, you mentioned a soul patch. The chin could really do well with a soul patch.
Hey, there's time.
Yeah.
There's
Hey,
time.
you said you rarely shoot. Nobody shoots in Hollywood anymore. You've been to New Zealand,
Yeah.
you shoot in Canada, you're everywhere.
Yeah, the current show is in Auckland, New Zealand. It's my 4th TV show there, Ash vs. Evil Dead. They have great crews down there. This is where Peter Jackson does all of his stuff. This is where they're making the next 42 Avatar movies.
Wow.
Down there. I mean,
Just 42?
I think James Cameron, every time they interview him, he adds 10 more.
All right, so what do you cover in a nutshell in Chin Happens?
The world has changed. The first book was '01, and I remember being in the World Trade Centers doing a book signing in June of that year. It was my birthday. And walking out going, boy, that's a big building. 3 months later, it's gone. It's a different world now. The industry has changed quite a bit. It's all guys in spandex movies. It's giant superhero movies now.
Which you're good at. You've been in those.
That's okay. I named Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'll have you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I did have my part in history of the best 3 of the Spider-Man movies that came out. But the the bottom has sort of dropped out. There's the middle class is kind of gone. They used to make movies for 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. Now you either make a movie for 1 million or 100 million.
There's a lot of
not
special
much in
effects.
between.
Yeah.
So the B movie guys like me, we have to find other ways.
B is not bad.
No, a lot about television. We'll go to the Sci-Fi Channel.
TV's good.
And make movies
though,
for
right
them.
now.
Oh,
TV's good.
Well, TV is where it's at.
Yeah.
10 years ago, actors were like this. At
Oh,
television.
absolutely.
And now they're like, let me in. Let me in.
And,
Sorry, I
and
was
then,
here
of course,
first.
they go back and do Broadway to recover from television.
And
I
then
think.
do a clothing line. It's also boring.
You know what I like about you? You'll talk about anything. You're interesting.
Yeah, what else you want to talk about?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Politics, religion? Let's do it.
Oh, we better not get into that.
No.
Bruce. But we do
No,
want
I don't
to
want to lose
mention.
half my fans with one comment.
That's all it takes.
No, my Twitter account is,
It's still
hey,
working.
found a cool place to go hiking. I mean, there's no, I don't touch politics.
They're not going to shut you down.
Well, you're talking to two
No.
news people, so we know about that.
Oh,
you got to
yeah.
be right down
Don't
the middle
touch it.
all the time.
Don't touch
but you
it.
are in town for a book signing.
That I will do.
Happening at Cedar Hills.
Yeah.
I believe
At
it's this
Powell's?
evening at Powell's
It
in
is.
Cedar Hills.
Yeah, 6
Oh,
o'clock.
awesome.
We're going to be kissing hands and shaking babies.
it's a great store, too.
Kissing hands, shaking
Careful
babies.
with the babies.
But how perfect on Friday the 13th. You
It's
have
kind
any
of appropriate.
superstitions surrounding the 13th
I
of
don't.
Friday?
I
No.
don't. Because as a horror movie actor, you know how fake it all is.
No,
So
don't
it's
tell
not-
me. La,
So,
la, la, la,
but
la,
Friday
la.
the 13th, what is the history of Friday the 13th anyway? Where did it come from?
Not sure.
Black cats and crossing under ladders and I don't know.
All right. How about a horror movie recommendation from you?
The original Exorcist.
I love it.
Because it's directed by William Friedkin. He's a great, great director. And he got really solid actors. Ellen Burstyn is one of the best actors you can
course.
get. And she makes it so convincing. There's something wrong with my daughter, and they try and make it clinical. Like
Yeah.
they're doing brain scans
Right,
and stuff.
right,
like
right.
there's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there must be
Yeah.
something clinically wrong. Now you take a priest who's doubting his faith, and he's got the guy, he's the one who has to do the exorcism. I think the way they set it up was just great. It's not clinical. They've proved, beyond a shadow of a doubt, there's nothing medical happening here. So what is it? The approach they took was really great. It's a real mature movie if you watch
Yeah,
it.
it was probably the only horror movie I've ever seen. I saw it at a drive-in in high school.
Oh,
Terrifying.
With about 20
Well,
other
then you didn't
people.
really see it.
Oh, no, I did. Believe me.
Now,
I did.
Exorcist 2 with Richard Burton,
Not so much.
yeah, all right.
All right. Well, go on out and see Bruce. You're a lovely guy.
Come
Fun
on
to talk
down.
to. Go to Cedar
Come
Hills
on,
Shopping Center.
buy a
The
book,
Power
read.
Books.
It's got
Yes,
lots of
6
pictures. It
tonight.
won't take you long.
All right. Thanks so much. Hey, we're going to stay on the